Give us a pull, fam. Oh, Popo. Fam's pazzing. He's pazzing. Hey guys, welcome to the start of another video. We're on our way to Tristan's shop. We're heading there in the S15, getting chauffeured around. Oh, this man's crazy. But before we get there, I want to show you this sick feature on Lachlan's head unit. Shit has hand gestures. Look at this. I twirl my hand and the volume goes up. What is this? What is this, man?
Some primo stuff.
So this is sort of a spoiler for the next video, but I do have some merchandise that I was mentioning, I think, a couple of videos ago. There you go, Tristan.
Thank you, sir. Very excited to be a Banky Spec member. Sick. Oh, yeah, it's nice. Good quality.
It's not too bad.
It's got the fluoro, which is my style, and the purple. That's so mad. These are going to do really well. Grab yourself one ASAP before they sell out.
That's it. We're only doing a limited run of these. Bro, we got a lion. What's this lion doing on the EF? What are you doing? Oi. A little update on the Falcon if you haven't kept up to date. What happened was we weren't able to actually fit the Barra in the car because it was hitting the subframe. So since then, Tristan went ahead and he notched a little bit out of the subframe. I'll throw some clips in. It wasn't the prettiest, but does the job. And we cleaned it up pretty well, I reckon. Like, got some paint on there, and I'll show you in a second once we get in the light. We're gonna actually start pulling a bit of the Barra apart because we need to sandblast the intake plenum because it's pretty crusty, but that's once we get the engine in the car. So we're gonna get it in there first, probably put the trans on as well. And I've decided as well that I'm going to also run the standard torque converter just for the meantime while we're running the standard box, because there's sort of no point running a 3000 stall because that'll put a lot of stress on the box when it builds the boost. So Tristan, you've got some goodies for us, I hear.
I do. We've got the juicy Raceworks parts.
Yeah, once again, shout out to Scotty. He's been providing us with some awesome Racework parts. We've got some fittings for the oil catch can.
So Raceworks makes specific Barra breathers. They're specific to the car. So one goes in the back and replaces that. It's a press fit, and then you've got the one that presses over the top of this fitting here to give you two -8 breathers. So pretty awesome. No tools required, just bang it on and off you go. We don't want to wreck that awesome paint job, but there are the part numbers there if anyone at home is looking for them.
Okay, so Tristan, what do you reckon? This is number 3? Third time we've had this engine in?
Do you want me to sing the song?
Yes.
You put your Barra in, you take your Barra out, you put your Barra in, and you shake it all about.
Yeah, so this is the third time we've had the Barra in, but this will be the first time that we have it properly in there because, yeah, we haven't been able to get it in because it's been hitting the subframe, but yeah, Tristan went ham and we've notched quite a fair bit of it out.
So for anyone at home wondering, we haven't lost any material in the subframe. We've actually gained material. So we took out the piece, flipped it inverted. We've got the same amount of metal in there. It's all welded up seamlessly, whereas before it was just pinch welded, and then we've actually added extra gussets for strength. The only downside is my welds because I used a gasless MIG and it was spitting a bit, but otherwise it's strong AF.
Yeah, so literally what Tristan said, you can sort of see we took that piece out and we flipped it and added more material. So it should be stronger. I'm not going to say that it is stronger, but like it can potentially be stronger. So we're going to get cracking and chuck the Barra in and then also get the trans on as well. And that'll allow us to start moving on with running all the fuel lines and I don't know, start getting ready to fab up the intercooler piping and all that. Engine's in. That took all of 5 minutes, and now we're going to start putting the trans on. All right, this is the clearance we're looking at right now. The engine is currently sitting on a tilt downwards, which is more than we need. Tristan's sort of going to angle it up there, but you can see there's heaps of room now. Absolutely no problems with the clearance now. I'm going to chuck the trans on, and yeah, this is the first time we've fitted up everything together with the notch. So
easy as.
Yeah, easy.
Fingers out of the way.
Yep, my side's there.
Trans is on. Finally have the engine and the transmission all hooked up on the standard mounts, which is pretty awesome. And Tristan and I have just been looking at the fuel lines because we're gonna have to do some fuel mods, obviously, to make this thing make some power. And the standard lines, they're not crusty and they're definitely big enough to handle a good amount of fuel flowing through them. So I think we're running, what, 1150cc injectors, also from Raceworks?
Yeah, 1200s.
1200s. There you go, some pretty big ones.
Big boppers and their fuel rail, Barra fuel rail, and yeah, full Raceworks catalogue.
The tail shaft I'm not too sure about yet. I don't know if I can run a standard one. Obviously the box is now in a standard location, but I don't know if it can take the power. So if you guys know, hit me up in the comments. So what we're doing now is we're cutting off the standard fuel line, and Tristan's gonna flange it so we can put a special fitting on there so we can run a braided line all the way up to the fuel rail and then come back down to the fuel pressure reg. So he's already gone ahead and chopped this off, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So this is the special Super Cheap Auto eBay. Which one is it?
eBay.
eBay special. And how this kit works is you tighten this over your fuel line, and then you get this tool, goes directly in your fuel line, and it expands it and opens it up into the grooves of that tool. So I've decided to just go ahead and remove the standard line. Did that all off camera, but there was just a bunch of rivets holding in the standard lines. And yeah, decided to just take these out. This line out, which is a, what is it? 8 mil? And that one's a 10.
8 mil, and we're going to put in a 10 mil.
So the standard line is an 8mm line, and we're going to put in a 10mm line, so that should give us a little bit more flow. We're going to just do probably from the filter today, and then run a new line all the way back down here, probably a braided line, so we can move it around and then not have to bend it like we have to do with this one. So we have the riveting tool, and what we're doing is we're actually just running a brand new line down, just because it's going to be easier to flare at the end, and also it's a little bit bigger, so it'll allow us to have more fuel. But like I said before, I think we're going to also run a braided line, so we can have more fuel coming from the actual tank as well, with a probably a more free-flowing filter. We're riveting all these holes and putting nuts on them, so we're using the riv nut to nut the riv and the hole in the riv in the nut. All right,
Exactly.
that's it. All right.
100%.
This will allow us to use bolts instead of having a non-removable riv nut. I mean, nut.
Rivet.
Rivets thing.
You cooked that.
You like that? It's the fuel, bro.
You're not straight either.
I'm not straight? No. Oh, lovely. Ready? Very good, very nice.
Come on, finish it.
Bro, the fuel is giving me a headache.
Finish it.
Very good, very nice. Hello, Nicki Minaj.
There's some in there, yeah, that look pretty OE.
That was a face and a half.
You like that?
Oh yeah. Your OnlyFans page?
My only YouTube.
Only YouTube.
There's all different sizes. They're really pretty awesome.
All right, a little bit of an update. We've pretty much got all of the different line holders in place now with the 10mm bolts rather than the rivets. It's looking good. It's not the best sort of line bending, but it'll do the job. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not gonna be really fussy with it as long as it works. Tristan's also managed to get a fitting on the end of here. Looking good. He's been the one really grinding away here.
Job's done. Should be good. Fingers crossed it doesn't leak, but yeah, we've replaced that. We've gone up in size in line to a 10mm line or 3/8.
Yeah.
So yeah, should have all the horsepower.
Sick. And it's got a nice fitting on the end of here, so we can just, you know, put another fitting on there to the fuel rail. Easy as. Alright, so this is the first look of the Barra as it's currently going to sitting on its own mounts. It's looking pretty good. It's a lot straighter than it was before. Before it was on a bit of a tilt that way. But it does still look like the bonnet isn't going to close on it, so we're probably still going to have to notch out a little bit of it. Clearance absolutely clears everything. The next stage of this is really a lot of fab and all that, so we'll mount the turbo up and try to see where we need to cut with the intercooler piping, and I'm going to have to take this bumper off and start chopping some stuff up. So we had to wrap up there with the EF Falcon. We got some of the fuel lines done, and we're going to go back and pretty much finish all the filling stuff when we can. I also want to show you guys the merchandise before we end today's video. I wasn't originally going to do this, but they're going to be live this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. We've got this design, purple design with the embroidered logo. Nak is just chucking on the red one. God damn. Yeah. Embroidered logo on the red too. This is a really nice red. I rate it. Got the nice chaser on the back. So on the red hoodie, we have the white and black sort of print, and then on the purple hoodie we have white, black, and signature highlighter color. Yes.
Some merch.
cop some merch. There's going to be a whole new release of stickers, jet tags, and everything on Sunday this weekend. So cop some stuff. There's only going to be 25 purple and 25 red hoodies. They're going to sell out fast. I only did a small order because I wanted them to be a really limited run. This is probably some of the best quality merch that I've ever done with the embroidered stuff. I'm very happy with it. So yeah, if you want to help support the channel and also help fund this build, because I need to make a video on this thing. It's currently broken, but cop some merch. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I will see you in the next one. EF Falcon content will be coming very shortly because we've got all the intercooler stuff ready and I need to start doing all that stuff. It's just been a whole process trying to scout out all the parts. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.
You put your Barra in, you take your Barra out, you put your Barra in and you shake it all about.
Lachlan, shake it all about.